Alright everybody, we got the latest desktop connector install going. As you can see, we have already started this, but the new version is 16.16.0.2792. This is the unzipped install straight from Autodesk. When you unzip it, it'll be like 002 or something. I've renamed my unzip folder with the version number, which is what it used to do. Shame they don't do that anymore, but we are going to take this and make our package files. So we got that. As you can see, our main Intune folder. I'm going to bring up PowerShell. And we're going to go to c.intune. We're going to call our application package file. Here's where you put it in. So input Autodesk is my input folder for this. My setup file is my PowerShell script. So we're just going to take that, copy the name. Output folder is my output folder. It's that simple. I already created this for a run for my computers at work, so just creating it again so you can see how long it takes to package up. But it's really all it needs. You'll go ahead and package it up. It's going to start to create the output folder here. We'll see that in a moment. Now this does end up being about 2 gigs, so it does take a few minutes to kind of package, so we're going to let that run. Once it gets closer to the end, it will fly, but in the meantime, since I already have this installed, we're going to bring up the registry key so we can talk about these. So the target here for desktop connector is always the uninstall key. So we go local machine, software, Microsoft, Windows, current version, uninstall. So this key is going to give you a couple things. So we go find desktop connector, and here we'll see, since I already installed it here, testing it out earlier, see the version is already there. Your uninstall key string that you put in Intune can be found here. Just copy this. Change this I to an X, because X is the uninstall. I don't know why they always use the I. But yeah, use that. And see, it's kind of flying now. We won't see our file till it's closer to the end. But this is also what we'll use for our detection. I always like to find the key, use display version so that matches, and we'll go into it in Intune in a minute. But just watching this for a minute. After a package is up, I'll pull up the PowerShell script so you guys can see that as well. But we got that going. I'm going to bring this over so you can see I've already kind of deployed this out. We got about half our machine, 2/3 of our machines already have it, but some still need to check in, and that will just take time. If we go to properties, you can see we put in the version, We got our PowerShell script execution. This is our uninstall command. Kind of go through the list. This is our registry key that we just brought up, and like we'll target display version. So if you go into this, you can see our string equals the value of the version. Pretty straightforward. And then for us, we require it on all machines. We exclude our conference room devices so they don't have to deal with the install, and we make it available for all users. And again, that's so it shows up in company portal if someone ever has to reinstall it. But you see we got our file. We would upload that there. Go into our input just to go over the desktop connector PowerShell script. This is pretty much all you need. One, we like to run the install from that C Autodesk folder. So first line just copies what you have inside your Autodesk folder in the package into that folder. Then we go ahead and kill desktop connector, kind of force that. Then with the command prompt line, we go ahead and run the setup. So if you don't rename the folder, this would just be whatever it is, .002 or whatever the default unzip folder name is. Completely up to you, but you do want to use these install and silent. What we normally do now is we've added this, wait 2 minutes and then delete the folder after the install's done. So it just frees up 2 gigs of space after the install, so we don't have a million desktop connector folders. So pretty plain and simple, easiest way to roll this out. And like I said, you're kind of done packaging this up in about 10 minutes and updating your Intune app, and you're good to go. Great.